Hey folks, we're back, right? That's what we say. We're back. It's like we never left there. Josh, is that temperature actually correct? I know what I'm saying. I understand, but is that actually 68 degrees already? Wow, 68 degrees, 8:01 in the morning. Looks like we might have some rain come through today. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Josh, show the fans out there or the peoples how they can get in touch with. Hold on just a second. Hello? Josh, I had to take that call. Sorry about the delay, but that was David Henson up there, the athletic director, and I've been waiting on that call. That's David Henson, the athletic director. At Fannin High School, all right? And the game has moved to 3 o'clock. So can we get that pushed out, Josh? Make a note there. Make sure we get that pushed out. Game time, 3 o'clock, all right? On all our social media. So, folks, we're going to try to get ahead of the rain. That was David Henson, breaking news right here. 8 o'clock in the morning, Fannin Rebels. We're going to talk about baseball in a little bit. But the Fannin Rebels and the Pike County Pirates, Game 3 at 3 o'clock today. So anyhow, all right, Josh, that kind of changed. You know you can't take this brain here, whatever you want to call it, and throw it off the track. So let's regroup. Last night there was a rally down at Panama City. And let's have a little fun this morning, okay? So, Josh, I want to play a couple videos, okay? And I'd like to go to number 2, all right? That should be Air Force One. And before we play it, I want to set this up. President Donald J. Trump is at Panama City Beach last night doing a rally. And this is a short little video of him getting off Air Force One. And I want you to listen real close to the crowd because I'm going to point something out. Remember, we're having a little fun to open. I'm going to point something out. Play that one, Josh. Number 2, getting off Air Force One. All right, we're back. Now, there's something I want you to listen to. Stay with me here, all right? And that was Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, right? So that's the first video, Panama City. I was wondering if you were able to read the lips of the governor. I'm serious here. Were you able to read the lips of the governor of Florida as President Trump got off Air Force One, and also the crowd? So, Josh, let's do this. Give me number 3. Now, wait a minute. This is people lined up trying to get in. This is before the rally, okay? So give me video number 3, and I'll tell you when to come back. We're going to play a couple seconds of this video. Okay, you see the crowd there? Now I'm going somewhere with this. If you'll stick with me, I'm going somewhere with this. So let's go, Josh, now to the first. Let's go now to the first video, number one. All right, let's go to number one. Let's play that for a minute. All right, so that's the President of the United States, and you can see that angry mob, that crowd, okay? And Trump is trying to make a decision on the stage whether to stay or not. I'm serious. He said, maybe I should leave. I mean, because, so in all three videos, put up number 22, and here's the President of the United States, and here is this mob, okay? Is the picture giving you a problem, or are you giving me a problem? Which one is it, Josh? A little bit of both. So anyhow, but out of the three videos, okay, there's something I wanted you to pick up in that crowd, that angry mob that the president went down to see last night, hoping that, is that picture still giving you a problem? Okay, because that's, I mean, if I'm a comedian, you've just killed my delivery on the punchline. There it is, Josh. Thanks a lot, bud. So there it is. There's the President of the United States. This angry mob in Panama City last night. And we played the videos. We wanted you to hear in the crowd. Did you not hear, okay, this crowd screaming, we want to see your tax returns? Didn't you? Didn't you hear in those three videos? Did you not see the massive lines trying to get into this rally last night for no other reason to be a part of history, to yell, Donald Trump, you lost $10 billion. What are you going to do now? Go to Disney World? No. Show us your damn tax returns. I mean, could you not hear it? I asked you to pick it up. We gave you three. Did you not see the governor of Florida as he greeted the President of the United States at the bottom there of the stairwell, whatever the hell that's called, right? Did you not see him? I told you, read the lips. He shook his hand. He said, Mr. President, you've got to show the American people your tax returns. I mean, you got to. There's an angry mob over there waiting for you, and they're going to demand your tax returns. They've got to see them. And another thing, DeSantis looked at him and said, damn it, you lost $10 billion. What the hell's wrong with you? Now, I have to do that as a joke, an absolute joke, because, folks, please, and I say this as, I'm saying please, remember, these people in the deep state media are lying to you. I mean, they are lying so bad. Do you realize every person that shows up at a President Donald Trump rally, I'm going to say there's 10 that want to go. There's 10 that have to work. There's 10 that can't drive that far. I am going to tell you, I feel very comfortable if 10,000 people assemble anywhere to see this guy, right? That means there's 100,000 plus that wanted to go. The Dems are shaking in their boots. I know what you're saying. Well, why don't you get on the real news, where the Attorney General William Barr was just held in contempt yesterday? Let me show you the buffoon. and we'll come back to this, okay? And Josh, I'm really enjoying this word. And you know, I got a little note yesterday that you just put my buffoon picture out on the street. You're letting anybody use it. What is up with that? I heard.
Yeah, they were fans of the work, so they wanted to see it.
Put up number 8. Gloss over this, America. This is the buffoon. Look at this bozo. This is the buffoon. His tie's over here. His damn belt buckle is like all the way up to here. Holy smokes, this is a clown. I mean, I'm telling you, look at this guy. This is this piece of artwork right here. Jerry Nadler from New York, right? The chairman of the House Judiciary Committee, which voted straight party line to hold your attorney general in contempt yesterday. So you want to know, why don't you get to the news? No, this is not the deep state media. You're not tuned into the deep state media. We're showing you what they will not show you. I'm going to tell you something. America loves their president. I'm telling you they do. It's just buffoons like this and Pelosi and Joe Scarborough and the list goes on. Comey, Brennan, they are Obama. They are all trying to make it look like that nobody likes this guy. Go back to the picture we just had, okay? So here's the point. Last night, now, you're hearing all these great things. Was it 22, Josh? All right. You're hearing all of these great things about Joe Biden. You know what? I can't afford glasses. Will you go online and find me some foam bricks, Josh? I mean, something I could throw across the room that I won't hurt myself, obviously. Won't hurt somebody. But every once in a while when it's got to just go, it can't be my glasses. The one time I did that. All right, but anyhow, I had to hear this morning, about Joe Biden and his aneurysm, and he called the kids to the side of his bed and said, if I go now, I want each and every one of you to know I'm proud of you. Your dad's proud of you if I go out of this world. Joe had a 50-50 chance that day he had an aneurysm. Now, I'm not making light of somebody's medical condition. No, I don't care who they are, all right? That's serious. But I have to hear all this. Biden's the front runner. And then I've got to watch polls by the deep state media that says that almost every single one of these Democrat candidates can beat my president in an election. They can't get 150 people to show up. Where the hell is rock star Francis O'Rourke? Beto, where's he at? I mean, I heard he was at a community college lunchroom the other day, and he was in the bathroom, and some kid said, I'm here to see that guy O'Rourke. He looked at, and that's me. Oh, he didn't recognize him. I mean, seriously. But they're going to show you polls every day, folks, of somebody that can beat your president. Right now, they're all, Bernie Sanders is 12 points or 8 points up of these fictitious polls. And I wanted to say this because last night, I don't care. All right? I don't care. They can break down. The Washington Post could say now that Trump has told over 10,000 lies. I don't care. You got it? I don't care. I don't care what they say today about China. I don't care, okay? I don't care if he slaps a tariff on every damn thing, okay? I mean, I don't care if those Chinese can't go to the bathroom without paying a tax because we slap. I don't care. I mean, I am tired of this being, tiptoeing around the world. And that's what I like about this guy. Our intellectual properties that the Chinese have stolen. The stuff that they have stolen from Apple. You love your Apple. I go and all these little, all these kids, they got their iPhones, all right? You know, they got Apple computers. Well, damn it, do you not realize your beloved company over there in China that the Chinese stole their intellectual property from Apple and every other American company? And they're manufacturing their own stuff with your technology today. And everybody's all nervous. Oh, tariffs, tariffs. Slap them on there. Sanctions. Now, you and I both know that the Iranians have never stopped with their nuclear program. We know that. We know the Iranians have said death to America. We know that. We know that the Iranians went on with Barack Obama as President of the United States, one of our little boats out there, and pointed a gun to our military. Men right there on the ship, we got the picture. We know that. We know they're the leading sponsor of terrorism around the world. We know that. We know that the Iranians are behind all the rocket launches from Gaza into Israel. We know that. We know what they've done in Syria, the Iranians. We know it. We know our kids have been killed in Iraq because of Iranians. We know it. But everybody wants to pussyfoot around and, oh my God, I don't believe I just said that, and kiss everybody's ass around the world. Not Donald J. Trump. No. He has ratcheted up sanctions. We know the Iranians want to take death to America and wipe Israel off the face of the earth. We know it. Donald J. Trump will not put up with it. He just slapped sanctions more on Iran. Put the squeeze right on them. China, put the squeeze right on them. Right? America first. That's this guy here. Last night, this area. Now, this article I have this morning, it's from heavy.com. How many attended Trump's Panama City Beach, Florida rally? The crowd size photos. Now, these places have, okay, these places have aerial shots, and they know how to square off every inch of the arena or the outdoor amphitheater, whatever it may be, and say 1,000. This holds 7,500, okay? Then it has 10 acres. 10. That would be 2 5s for you damn Democrats out there. 10. It has 10 acres. 10 acres. And according to Panama City Beach Park and Rec, the theater has a 7,500 person capacity plus 10 acres of festival lawn. Interesting, that means the event hits 10,000. And guess what? They were not there asking for the president's tax returns. That's right. Guess what? They were not there saying you lost money. Guess what? They were not there saying, how come Attorney General William Barr did not release the full Mueller report with the underlying evidence? That's what they did not come to hear or ask the President of the United States. They did not come to say, hey, that damn Steve Mnuchin, tell him to turn those tax returns over. They didn't come to hear that. They didn't come to hear, hey, William Barr won't testify, won't release everything, and he's in contempt. Hey, Don McGahn, we need to hear from Don McGahn. Guess what? They didn't ask that question in Wisconsin, Green Bay. They didn't ask. They didn't ask that question in Panama City. They're not asking that question in Minnesota today. Florida scares the daylights out of these people. They can't get 500 people. The deep state media, when is the last time Kamala Harris? Well, let me tell you what they're going to say. This is the primaries. Okay. There's 20 candidates. Okay. All right. The crowd size will enhance for the rallies when we actually get a Democrat nominee. Okay, I got it. Primaries, 20 people running. That's the reason why these guys and gals in the Democrat side are only hitting 500 here and there. They're going for the grassroots. You're going to hear that. They're going into areas and going to the Democrat working the ones that really work in these campaigns, trying to make solid connections in these states. Okay, I get that. And when we have a nominee, you're going to see you're going to see crowd sizes. Okay, so let's rewind. Okay, this is for you, Joe Scarborough. I can't stand that guy. I despise him. I mean, I absolutely do. I mean, what a waste of life. And, you know, I can't go there. I can't go. I despise that man. Anyhow, let me go back. I mean, I can't. I got to stop. Stop while you're ahead. Was I ever ahead? So let's go rewind. Donald Trump comes down the escalator. Melania Trump's wearing white. It's my best of my memories, right? So he's coming down the escalator. I knew that day. I said, oh my God, this guy's going to be president of the United States. So he comes down, he's at Trump Tower, and he's got the cheering people right in the lobby or wherever he's at, and he gives the speech. Mexicans and rapists and druggies and whatever. Oh my God, oh my God. He said Mexican rape, drug, insanity. I'm so offended. Right? I remember that. Then the next day, well, Trump announces to a room full of paid supporters. They were paid to be there. You know, that room, they were paid to be there. A lot of them, we find out, are paid to be there. So right after that, Trump hits the campaign trail. Folks, basically, from day one of this guy announcing he's running for president of the United States, he was packing places left and right. This guy never campaigned in the primaries to 200 people, 300 people. He campaigned to crowds. It was not a month after this guy announced he was running for the president of the United States that the other candidates were like, oh my God, I'm going into Oshkosh here. I get 200 people show up. He flies in an hour behind me, and there's, 7,000, 6,000, 4,000 and 5,000. I mean, it wasn't even a month. Don't believe the lie. 10,000 people showed up in Panama City last night, and they were not asking for the president's tax returns, and they're not upset with William Barr. They are praying, hoping, and asking this man right here to stop, drain the swamp, put these people in prison, actually in prison, not William Barr. Let me show you something here real quick, and we'll get ready to take a break, and I've got to throw in Josh, I've got to throw in some fan and baseball. So, I mean, that just riled me up. I mean, I know there's people going to say, there's a lot of news out there you could have covered. What? News? Where the hell's the news? Nadler, this buffoon. Biden can't get 100 people at a rally. Dems are nervous. They're running in circles, bumping into each other. They're so nervous, okay? I mean, they're playing musical chairs and they're missing a couple chairs, baby. So when the music stops, their ass is going to have nowhere to sit down. I'm just telling you, I'm watching these people and I just had it with them, okay? Because the American people know that we have 3.6 unemployment. The American people know that stagnant wages are no more and on the rise. The American people know that we're adding hundreds of thousands of jobs every month. The American people know, okay, they know that we have the lowest unemployment, okay, in over 50 years. The biggest workforce. The American people know that. Black males in America know this because they're going to work. Latino Americans legally know this because they're going to work this morning. Women are outpacing in this economy anybody. I mean, this is not anti-white male. The bottom line is women in this economy, they are roaring. Trump is going to do amazing with women. Women are employed. Hell, women are they talk about income inequality and people will attack me, but women are CEOs. They're the general managers. They're the bosses. They're running the show out there, and this is in a Donald J. Trump presidency, and they're moving right along. But no, the deep state media would lead you to believe, and it's all lies. All lies. You got it? All right, let me say this. All right, give me number 9. This is what New York State's doing, okay? And I told you, Trump faces pressure from New York lawmakers over tax returns. If signed into law, they're trying to pass a law. If signed into law, it would allow state prosecutors to pursue charges against any aide to Mr. Trump who may be pardoned. Double jeopardy. We're going to talk about that at 9 o'clock. Double jeopardy. In America, that's supposed to be wrong, okay? Let's go to number 12. New York State okays giving U.S. House Trump state tax returns. So New York State says, hey, Steve Mnuchin, we'll give you your state returns. Ask for them, we'll give them to you. I'm telling you, folks, what happens when we just get, how about the Fourth Amendment to the Constitution? What happens when we just get to the point to where when they don't like you, they'll tell, what does Donald Trump's tax returns have to do with the unemployment, jobs, okay, GDP 3.2, what's his tax, what do we need to see, all right? Give me number 11. New York State okays giving U.S. Trump state tax returns. The bill, which now goes to the state assembly and it's controlled by Democrats, doesn't target Trump by name. By name. Doesn't target Trump by name, but would authorize state tax officials to release any state returns filed in New York if requested by the leadership of the House Ways and Means Committee, the Senate Finance Committee, or the Joint Committee on Taxation. Oh, you want to see what the tax return? Just send me, write it down on a napkin and send it over. Slide it over at dinner on a napkin. I'll get you his tax returns, state tax returns. Holy mackerel. Okay. At 9 o'clock, I'm going to talk a little fan of baseball. Don't believe the BS behind all the Puerto Rico BS. Take your time, do your own research on the corruption in Puerto Rico, the theft of the relief funds, the corruption all around the mayor, everybody. Number 6, let me just remind you from the past here, this happens to be a runway in Puerto Rico, and those are thousands, I think up to the millions of bottles of fresh drinking water that never got moved. Okay? Never. All right? There's food. Here's an aerial shot, number 7. These are pallets. Millions of bottles of water. Don't believe any of the lies about Puerto Rico and their corrupt system down there and how they're mad, the Democrats, because we won't bail them out even further. Clean up your act. Got it? I'm your host, BKP. Let's go to break.